Now from that protected tablet or the hidden book, now started the coming down of this Quran. And there are two phases of the coming down of the Quran. Because we find in the Quran two words from the same root. Nazala yanzulu means to descend. Anzala yunzilu, somebody makes something descend. Nazala yunazzilu, again the same meaning. Somebody making something else descend. But what's the difference between anzala yunzilu and nazala yunazzilu? Anzala yunzilu inzalan, making something descend immediately, at once, one piece, in one movement. And nazala yunazzilu tanzilan, making something descend gradually, bit by bit, after intervals. As you know, these are two words, i'lam and ta'lim. What is the i'lam? To bring something to the notice of someone. That's all. It has come to your notice, that's all. But ta'lim means to teach something, to hammer something into the understanding of that person. And it has to be gradual. It has to be a continuous and perpetual process. So inzal, sudden, coming down. And tanzil, coming down of Quran, gradually, bit by bit. Now these two words mostly you will find in the Quran, that in Laylatul Qadr, inna anzalnahu fi Laylatul Qadr. Here it is inzal. Anzala yunzuru inzalan, anzalnahu. In the same way we find in Surah Al-Dukhan, inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakah. That sacred, that night, Laylatul Qadr, the glorious night of glory. It was wholesome, in one piece made to descend. But where? I'll discuss it later. But about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we find mostly the word comes tanzeel. Nazzalna alayka al-kitab. We have made this book descend upon you gradually, bit by bit, part by part. Rattalnahu tartila, nazzalnahu tanzila. It is tanzeel. So what's the difference? The only interpretation that seems to be logical and more acceptable is that the whole Quran descended, was made to descend from that hidden book, from that preserved and protected tablet, to the heaven of the earth. As-sama dunya. It came down. It came down in 1 month, that is Ramadan. Inna shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. Here again we find that the same word anzala yunzilu, unzila, that is majhul of the same word. And the Laylatul Qadr or Laylatul Mubarakah, that is also in that shahru Ramadan. So in that night, the whole Quran was descended down to the heaven which is most proximal to the earth. And from there, it came down to the heart of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, bit by bit, piece by piece, gradually. And this descending, the second descending, there was the first descending, one piece total. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakah. Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. But on Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, everybody knows that its descending, its revelation was completed in about 23 years. Bit by bit, surah by surah, ayah by ayah. Sometimes the complete surah was revealed. But you know, mostly a few ayat and then a few ayat. And the Prophet used to tell the companions, keep these ayat, place these ayat after those ayat of the particular surah. So that is how it was being compiled. I will come to that subject later. But I have given you that the real book of Allah is in the Lawh Mahfuz. It is in the Kitab Maknoon. It is Ladayna. It is with Allah. Innahu fi ummil kitab. The mother book is with us. And what we have, they are the attested or certified copies of that book. That book was descended, made to descend. Once, whole, one piece in Laylatul Qadr. of the month of Ramadan. But then later on, from there, Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam descended this book, revealed the parts of this book gradually, bit by bit.